being who you are with the people you work with. And so it's a priority for me to help other people have what I have. So for example, recently there was a lady on my team that I knew was a lesbian. She was very scared, very much in the closet at work. And so I went and talked to her, and I just said, told her that HP is a very supportive company and that we only care about her work and not her personal life, and that she could trust in that. And over time, I saw her change a lot. Now she does have that confidence that it's okay that she's a lesbian. Now she brings her partner to go out with the team on weekends, and I just see this heavy burden lifted off of her. It's very exciting to be able to see how you've maybe helped someone and then to see them blossom. And so that's another area where I try to help people in the workplace. Another example, I think, for my life of getting seed in the ground is regarding children. Miko and I, we always wanted a child. But quite honestly, being lesbian, we didn't know for sure if we could ever have a child. Also, I wasn't out to my parents, so I just didn't see how this could all work. About 4 years ago, before we had Zach, before we got pregnant, we joined this group called World Vision. And World Vision is a nonprofit organization that helps children who need help. So basically, we adopted 2 people through this organization. Their names are Indra and Nilu. Indra is from Indonesia and Nilu's from India. And basically we send money every month to help them have clean water, food, and an education. So years ago we wanted to help other children, and we did, and we still are helping them. And I believe this is another example of where we put our seed in the ground years before we ever decided to try to have a child. Another organization that we give to is a group in Africa. This group in Africa, they find abandoned babies that nobody wants. And they take them to a home and they care for them, nourish them, bring them back to good health. We also have been giving to that organization for a few years. So what's my point? My point is that we had seed in the ground before we decided to try to have a baby. And I believe that because we gave in that way, that God blessed us with this incredible baby boy named Zach. He's truly a blessing. I love him more and more every day. So the point is that we really need to be more seed focused than need focused. We need to be thinking about how we can be a blessing to others, how we can help others, rather than just looking at ourselves and what we need, what we want. It is so important that we turn the focus outside of our lives to those around us in need. It is so important that we stop just thinking about ourselves. Another example I would like to share is about Miko and I. About 6 years ago, we had a lot of debt. We had debt from our student loans for our university. We had a lot of credit card debt. We had debt for our cars. Anyway, we had so much debt that we really didn't know how we would ever pay it off. It was really depressing. So we took this class through our church called Debt-Free Army. And basically it taught this principle, the principle of sowing and reaping. And one of the principles that it taught is when you pay off one of your debts, like for example, you pay off one of your credit cards, you take part of that money that you would have paid to your credit card and you help someone else pay off their debt. So that's what we did. After we paid off some of our debts, not all of them, but some of them, we took that money and it helped another person pay off their debt. We were able to pay off that person's entire debt. And within 6 months, all of our debt was gone. I mean, God was amazing. I mean, we thought it would take us maybe 10 years to pay off all our debt. And within 6 months, we paid everything off. And you say, well, how could that happen? And it was all God. I mean, God, He gave me a promotion. I got 2 raises during that time. And I got this huge bonus that was as much as my salary for the whole year. Totally unbelievable. And with that money that I know God provided, we were able to pay off our debt within just a few months. So I truly believe that if you can get your seed in the ground, and like in this case, we helped another person pay their debt off, that God will truly bless you 100 times what you give. I mean, in this example, we helped this person pay off their debt, and literally God gave us 100 times what we did there. It's amazing. God is so good. So I think the amazing thing about this is that our prosperity has continued. So excuse me, it wasn't just a one-time deal where God paid off our debt and that was it. Every year we continue to be blessed. Every year we make more money, for example, than we did last year. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. For example, when we lived in Taiwan, Miko couldn't work. So we basically excuse me, we basically only had my salary instead of 2 salaries. But you know, God blessed us. We ended up making more money just with my salary and our investments than we did the year before when Miko was working. And it's amazing. God continues to bless us in that way. You know, sometimes I'm tempted to say that, oh wow, we had such this incredible year that I don't think we'll ever make that much money next year. But I won't say it. What I say is, God, I know that this year will be my best year so far. I'm believing that every year gets better for us. The Bible says that the path of the righteous gets brighter and brighter. And I truly believe that. Miko and I, we try our best to live a righteous life, to serve God. And I can tell you that it just gets better and better. I mean, sure, sometimes we have some heartbreaks, some setbacks. But God continues to bless us, to give us joy, give us peace, give us love. I'm just amazed at all God is doing in our lives. So it is important to truly understand the principle of sowing and reaping. I mean, God, He made us to be givers. He created us to be a giving person. He didn't create us to be selfish. If you focus on others and you give to them, either your time, your money, your gifts, God will give you more than what you gave them. I guarantee it. God will always give you more than you can give. But the opposite is also true. If you don't give of your time, your money, your gifts, God will take it away. The Bible tells us that if we're selfish, God will take away what He's given us. So even in like our time of need, we found a way to try to bless others, to give. And God, He sees our heart. And He honors that. You know, we often say we can never outgive God. And that is true. It seems that, you know, no matter how little money we have or no matter how stretched we are,